Hello and welcome to today's video of the 30 Days of Etsy series. Now, to follow on from yesterday's video, we're going to be going through the product titles and descriptions of your listings, so that way you can get found in search. Now, before we get into the spreadsheet that we used yesterday for today's tutorial, I just want to go through a few things to note about your listing details, just so you've got a bit of a heads up before you're creating your titles and your descriptions. When it comes to your product listing titles, try to use all of the characters that Etsy gives you to describe your product as best as possible. Now, you don't want to just go keyword stuffing or repeating a lot of words in your titles, but try and use as much, if not all, of the characters that Etsy give you. I did hear on the grapevine that a couple of people are testing out shorter titles, but when it comes to SEO, the more words, the better. So that's just something to think about. Also, you want to ensure that you're using your broad and your long tail keywords inside your title. So yesterday we went through that keyword research. This is where we're going to use these to insert into our title. Now, for our product descriptions, you want to be as descriptive as possible. Now, don't forget that your customer is buying something that they can't feel or touch. So you want to explain with as much detail what the product actually is. Now, this is even more important for digital products because there is no actual physical product to take photos of or take a video of. Now, for product descriptions, I like to follow a simple template. It's like creating a story. You've got your beginning, your middle, and your end. So first, you want to introduce the product, a brief introduction to the product, including as many, if not all, of the keywords from the title within the first two sentences of your paragraph. Okay, so that's what you want to include in the introduction. So for the middle, you want to include detailed information. So this is where you'll list out all the details of the product in as much detail as possible. You want to include the size of the product, what the color is, what are the features and the benefits of the product. So that's the best place to include that information. So finally, at the bottom of your description, you want to add in any additional information that might help you answer any customer questions or perhaps highlight other complementary products to the listing. So that way you're kind of cross-promoting your products. You could perhaps add a link to your opt-in form so people can subscribe to your email list. So this is where you want to add any additional information like that. Okay? So that's your description. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back to that spreadsheet that we were using yesterday. So that way we can start filling in our product listing details. Now, as a recap, I just wanted to remind you of the actual product that we're actually basing this example off, and it's my pre-designed brand board template. So this is the product that I've created but haven't yet uploaded into Etsy. So we're just going through the process now of how we're going to use those keywords and that keyword research, and now we're going to enter it into our product listing details. Okay, so let's head on over to the spreadsheet. Okay, so if you were watching yesterday's video, you may recognize all of this information. So we went through our keyword research here at the top in purple. And so now we're going to start filling in our product listing details. So first we want to work on our product title. Now, like I just mentioned, we want to include those rich keywords into our title so that we can be easily found on Etsy. So if we have a look here, we've got our broad keyword brand board, we've got our long tail keyword peach color brand board, and also this additional keyword, so pre-made brand board Canva template. I think I'm going to start off with pre-made brand board Canva template and see how we go with creating our product title. Now, as a note, you've got 140 characters for your product title. This includes spaces as well. So try and optimize it as best as possible. I'm just going to go ahead and start brainstorming a few things now and see what we come up with. Now, within the spreadsheet, it's a little bit difficult to know exactly how many characters you're typing out. So what I do is I just open up a Google Doc and I copy and paste it over to the Google Doc, and then I just find out exactly how many characters I'm using. So I'll just go over to the Google Doc now and I'll just show you what that looks like. So here you can see I've just opened up a brand new document and I've got here how many characters we've got. So currently we've used 68 characters. And like I mentioned, you've got the option to use 140 characters. So I'm going to go ahead and try and expand on this to get as many characters as we can. Okay, so I've got here 139 characters, so that is pretty spot on. I've got here pre-made brand board Canva template, peach color design brand board, editable Canva template for your business branding, editable template. Now, the thing is, this is not set in stone and it's not spot on. Perhaps this could do a little bit of work, but that's the beautiful thing about creating it in the spreadsheet. So let's just copy and paste it. So yeah, if you feel like eventually, it's not really working out for you, then go ahead and edit it as you need. Okay, so that's how we create a product title. We're just really taking those keywords, the broad keyword, the long tail keyword, any additional keywords that we like, using our competitor keywords, and also the search keywords that we found within Etsy itself. So here I've got the category and the attributes. I'll just briefly explain what your category and attributes are. So I'm just going to pop over to Etsy now and just show you what these are. So I've just got here a product listing template. And if you scroll down, so here's where you're going to include that title that we created. Then here it's got about this listing. So you just want to give a couple of answers. That's pretty straightforward. But here where it says category, it's saying here to type a 2 or 3 word description of your item to get category suggestions that will help more shoppers find it. Now, once you start typing in here, it's actually going to come up with some suggestions for you. So that way Etsy will categorize your product listing specifically to what they believe it should be under. So for example, this is a branding board template. So if I just started typing in template, it's going to give you a few different options to what category this might sit in. Go templates. So here it's saying that you can put yourself in this category here. So templates in templates design and templates category. So the category will list paper, stationery, design and templates and templates. Then we've got clip art and images files. These are slightly different. So if you're creating stencils and templates and transfers, so not really what we're trying to sell here. And then it goes on and on and on with all these different examples. So even down the bottom here where it's got calendars and planners. So if you've got a template that's a calendar or a planner, this would be better suited. So for the moment, I believe that this top one is probably the best suited for this item. So that's the one that I would choose. So you would just click on it. And then so it's saying here that shoppers will find this item in all of these categories. So paper and party supplies, paper, stationery, design and templates. Now, I thought I would just quickly mention, although we're not covering tags in this video, you just want to note that you don't want to actually include these tags within your product listing tags itself because they've already been selected. So that's just something to note, but I will go through that in more detail when we go over product listing tags video. Okay. All right, let's go back to our spreadsheet. So that's categories. Now attributes, so let's just go back. So we're putting this under the templates. So let's just write in here, templates. Oops. So if you're a jeweler and you create handmade jewelry, you would type in jewelry into the category and then see what comes up. So you just got to adjust to your product. Now attributes, again, if we go back, attributes are referring to these things here. So what is the primary color of the item? Is there a secondary color? Is there a type of occasion that's associated? So is it for a birthday or an engagement? Is it for a wedding? So you can actually choose all these different attributes for your product. This is something I have to look into because I haven't currently used these attributes, but after reading the Etsy Seller's Handbook, it actually notes that by using these attributes, you can actually boost your SEO ranking. Okay, so that's just something to note. Okay, so let's go back to our spreadsheet here. So if you have any attributes for your product, this is where you're going to want to list it. Okay, so next is our product description. So like I went through in the very beginning of this video, you want to include the intro. So just a brief introduction with 2 sentences of your product description using those keywords. Then you want in the middle, you want to give your product a bit more of a description. So you want to add in a couple of paragraphs. You want to give the colors, the sizing, the features and benefits of your product. And then at the very bottom, you want to include any additional information that will answer some questions that your customers might have, or add any additional links or links to other products within your shop. So this is where you would include that there. So I got here where you would include any image ideas. So here is where you can brainstorm some of the images that might go with your product listing. again, video ideas as well. I'll be going through videos in another video. I know that sounds very tongue twisty, but in an upcoming video, I'll be going through the new feature from Etsy, which is uploading videos to your listings. And then at the very bottom here, we've got the tags. So again, in the next video, we'll be going through how to fill in the rest of this spreadsheet to include your tags. I just didn't want it to be too long, so I thought best to just split this up so that you're getting the best information as best as I can provide it for you. So just to save time on this video today, I'm not going to go through and enter all my product description in here and do my image brainstorming and things like that. But that process that I went through at the beginning of this video should be more than enough information to get you started anyway. But if you have any questions in regards to this video or any other videos that I've uploaded here on YouTube, please come chat with me in the free private Facebook group. I'll be inside answering any of the questions that you might have, and I'll also be updating you with any additional information that I come across. Okay, so I hope that this was helpful today. Now, if you haven't already, don't forget to grab that spreadsheet. It's for free. All you got to do is just enter in your email and your name, and I'll send that spreadsheet straight over to you. Okay, I will see you tomorrow for the next video in this series. Bye for now.